Hey you guys, welcome back to We the Johnsons. My name is Sierra.
My name is John.
And like I said, We the Johnsons. Welcome to our channel. We today are going to be talking about long distance relationships. That was something that me and my husband and I did when we were dating. We met online, just recapping, we met online from Christian Mingle. So we were long distance. My husband is from the south and I'm from up north. And so that's pretty much the background of that whole thing with us. We're just going to talk about long distance relationships and just get some tips and stuff. So if you're looking to do long distance relationships. So pretty much with the long distance relationships, some of the cons, I mean, there are some pros and there's some cons to like long distance relationships. For me, I want to say one of the pros of going long distance relationships is that, you get to like check out a new spot. I know like my husband was from the South and like I didn't really know too much about the South, and so I felt like when I would go visit my husband, he would show me around and show me different things. I got a chance to try new foods with my husband. I never tried Korean food before, and so that was like really like one of the things that I was like excited about, like trying like Korean food. He showed me different things, different spots and stuff, and like local spots, and like it was just really nice trying like going to like some different seeing around the land and stuff, and like seeing all that stuff, and that was something that I'd never seen before. So I'm not sure how you felt about coming to where I used to live at. So.
It was I think that's one of the pros is being able to explore different areas. So that was you being from Philadelphia, get to explore some of the cities. So that was nice, and being able to have a cheesesteak. An authentic one, not the travel destination cheesesteak. So I had one. I've only actually had one,
I gotta show him around.
It's crazy. I've only had one cheesesteak, I guess.
The landmarks too. Did you like the landmarks too?
Yeah, the landmarks are nice. Yeah, we done a couple things out there. We went to a baseball game out there, Phillies, and we went to a football game, Dallas and Philadelphia. So there you go.
And I showed him Chinatown too. Like
Chinatown.
Nice. That was pretty cool.
I've never been to Chinatown before. I've to any Chinatown in America, so I always wanted to go to one of those places. I thought it was nice. I know. The closest one is probably would be like the one. I think there's one.
No idea.
I think there's one in DC. I can't remember, but yeah, I think that was the only one that's pretty close by. But yeah, so it was nice doing that. So that's one of the pros, just being able to explore, some of the things. So, I guess going back to, we had our long distance began right at the beginning of our relationship. It's not like we were together and then, one went away because of college or etc. for whatever various reasons that there are. So ours is, born right off the bat.
Yeah.
As a long distance relationship, but we did. So we were able to talk. We talked a lot more on the phone.
Yeah.
So I guess you get to know each other more from that way. But of course, I know at the same time, some people, a lot of people, if they are still local, they still get to talk on the phone a lot too.
Yeah.
So, but I know, of course, you're a little bit more forced to do that way, FaceTime and all that. So
no, it's convenient.
But yeah, so that was one of the things that we definitely did a lot on. So we got to know each other more from that way. So.
Now I would say like another con. I mean, I thought con for me was that I didn't get to see you as much. Like so, like for me, I didn't get to see him. Like literally, I had to like schedule when we would meet up. Okay, you're coming here on that time. We're going to go there on this time, and so we had to kind of, because my husband and I both worked, and so we had to make sure the schedule was there, and like and so that way we can go see each other. And so sometimes we would come down, and then finances too. You had to spend money, of course, get a hotel. With the finances and spending money and different things like that. My husband was a baller. Me, I was just pretty much, I had a budget, you guys. Like, he had a budget, but his budget was a lot higher than mine was. So getting a hotel was just not, like, literally, it was not always something that I wanted to do. So just putting that out there for that. Going to visit, he visited a lot of me a lot of times, just because, but overall, I would say spending money and getting a hotel is not ideal because you're spending money, obviously, so that's a con. And then another thing was, that was a con, was that I didn't get to see him that much. I really missed my husband when we're dating. I just missed him, and I used to feel so sad leaving him, and I think that was just one of the things I just couldn't stand.
Oh yeah, a lot of times it was hard just because of, when we first started dating, like what I said in one of our previous video, was that at the beginning of our relationship, we probably saw each other about once a month, and then it gradually increased to almost every single weekend.
Yeah.
But with that, with seeing each other, we didn't get to see each other that long during the weekend. It was just like, I get off on Friday, I drive. I literally got off and I drove up there over 5.5, so hours to go up there, and then see her for a day, and then I'll see her on Sunday before I leave out, and then come back. So it was just not that long. And at times it's just going up there, it's just like, I was beat, physically tired, going up there, just driving, and after doing a full work week. So it was so those parts, it can be hard, but with that aspect of it.
But overall, it's not too bad doing long distance doing long distance. It's not something that you want to have to do. It's not something that we wanted to do for a long time. Literally, my husband and I got married. I would say a year after we started dating. Literally a year. It was a year and a week after. It almost made it to literally. It wasn't a year. But it was almost not a year. But we got married earlier, and the long distance didn't last too long, and it's just not something that you're looking to do a long time.
Yeah.
So you do want to go into being intentional when you're dating, because you don't want to waste your time. Literally, you don't want to waste your time, and you do have to put into an effort to that relationship, and making an effort and things like that, and being intentional about the relationship that you're in, and that's makes it all worthwhile, and it makes it feel like you're not wasting your time with this person that's long distance, and so
being intentional is very important part being long distance, so if you actually want to be with this person or not. So so that's something very important, her intentions, is she gonna move here, am I gonna move there, or are we gonna move somewhere else? So we had to discuss, we discussed that part. And honestly, I was open to all three of them at the very beginning, but of course, after a while, it made more sense, for us in our situation, for her to actually come exactly where I was. But so that's the important part was the intention of the person, willing to being able to move, and make sure you want to actually be with that person. So
having that conversation too, having that conversation, hey, you know what, are you willing to move here? Are you willing to, you do want to think about where that person live at, literally think about, okay, if this person's always there, are they willing to move here where I'm at, or are they willing to move, or am I going to have to move there? Those are things you do need to have to talk about a little bit earlier on, because you don't want to waste your time. If that person's not willing to move, and that person don't want to leave their family, and they don't want to leave the life that they live, and then you're not willing to go there, then of course, obviously, they're both not going to work out. So, you kind of save your time in that sense. But, if you have one person that is willing to move, you know what, I love you enough to move. I love you enough to work this out. And the con is obviously that somebody's going to have to move, and somebody's not going to be able to see their family as much because, and not unless you're able to go all the time, but you
have family where they both moving.
Yeah, where you both moving at. That's possible too. But if that person don't have family there, and then you're building a life with that person, obviously you're gonna have to make an arrangements to where it's like how frequently you're gonna go see your family. So that's something that I think that is a major thing. Because I know when COVID happened, I wasn't able to see my family as much because of COVID, and it just wasn't convenient to go visit there. And so we all was in the house, and literally that was one of the the cons of being far away, is because I didn't have that easy access to go see my family. I was already far away, and so traveling and with my kids and stuff, it just wasn't there. And so but that's just something I would say a tip, literally had that conversation earlier on, because it is a big thing, and that's something that's huge with birthday parties and things like that. There's a lot of things that would be missed there, and you have to juggle. So
no, I agree. So I think that's there's probably some other stuff that's out there that we're not thinking of, with that, but. I did enjoy our time,
I did.
When we were long distance with the traveling, and that part was fun. But of course, it's not like a permanent situation or something should be long and ongoing, for us. It wasn't so. But of course, different situations for different people. Somebody goes to college, and they're there for a few years, so that could be differences. Being able to work through that part, could be a different challenge or something like that.
Definitely. So definitely situational. It's situational.
Yeah.
So.
But that's our story with us with our long distance relationship and some of it.
Yeah. So overall, you guys, we really sincerely appreciate you here. But thank you. We appreciate you all being here. And if you did like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And we would love to have you here. So, see you until then.
All right.
Deuce.